Hello, welcome to my craft room. It's Rhoda. Today we're going to work on another piece for my Halloween journal, and it is going to be kind of fun. It's something I saw and I just have to redo it and figure it out, and I think it's going to work. We are sadly in the last page, the back page of this March-April journal. Boy, it went fast, it seemed like. Well, it's way back here. And to begin with, I don't know, it was something to do with my back cover was a little shorter than it should have been. So I put an extension on it, as you can see here, and it's actually a little pocket, but I never really did anything more with it. Now over here, it's kind of the sewing theme back here. I made this crazy belly band. Okay, it's glued at the top and the bottom. But what this belly band's idea was, it was going to be flippable, where you had two different seams on it. I mean, you can put something underneath if you wanted, but it has this flap that comes up here, and you can see the seam that's on there, vintage notions and some buttons and stuff. Or you could have this seam, and it was to tuck under the top here. It's got like a little button there and a button there, and that's what holds it on there. And then this is kind of like just a hinge that I put a piece of paper on either side, and it's a hinge. So that was kind of an idea. I never did do a video or anything on it. I wasn't that crazy about how it turned out. But anyhow, now I've got a great big gusseted pocket, which I think I need to re-glue. No, it's on there. It's just the way I put it down. All right. This is a little booklet that I made out of a file folder, and it's memories, like both my grandmother on my dad's side and my great grandmother on mom's side both had this Singer sewing machine. I just had to make a little booklet about it. So I had all these little pieces and parts, and I found this image. Actually, my cousin had helped me figure out what sewing machine that Grandma Rhoda had, and then let's see the ink on my fingers. The exact kind of a cabinet she had. So that's what this is. I've got Society Memories, and I used some pretty pink paper. Now the way I did it, I've got it to where Dad's side is on this part of it. And see, you can see the file folder like that. You know, you can see how I formed it here. And then I put another fold in between to give me a little booklet. And it folds really well. I didn't reinforce it with anything. And file folders are wonderful. All right, so here's Grandma Rhoda. I've got like things about heirlooms in here. This is a thing about cotton batting, and here's something I wrote about my Grandma Rhoda. It's just got some old newspaper with some spray on it. I made a pocket here, and this is that's Grandma and her brother Harrison and sister Janie. So I'll put them in here, and they used to always take old photos with a quilt behind them. It's probably in 1905 or somewhere around there. Now here's Dad in his little white suit, and she made all of his clothes, all of them. This was a crazy photo. That's one of his older brothers, and that's his sister. And I just found that in the newspaper, and I thought, guys and dolls, hey. Now this is a piece that Scrapbooking with Me showed us. It wasn't like I made it, but this is what I saw in my head. Hers was just solid pieces, and I saw something else. I saw shirts. So each one of these is my dad in his school days, and I tried to find material and stuff to make it look like his shirt. These are little brads that are buttons. These are brads as well, and this is his little sweater. This is 44-45, and I didn't want to go back in there. And see, they flip every other way. This one goes that way, that will go that way, and this one will go back over this way. And this is his 42-43 one. But I thought that was kind of cute. I just had to do that. Now I can't get that one back in there. All right. And then I just used a gel pen, a white gel pen, to kind of sketch in that. And then on the back here, he is with his mom, Grandma Rhoda, who I'm named after. That was about 1958. And he started buying his own clothes then. He had to be all duded up, you know, ladies' man or whatever. All right, so we're going to unfold it, or fold it up, and then unfold it for Mom's side. And this is my great-grandmother, her grandmother who raised her. And then we have little vintage buttons, kind of a pocket here, and it's talking about Mom in 48 and 49. And it's just, I don't guess you can really write on these. This is just kind of a informative kind of a thing. It's not really for journaling. Here she is. I found an old iron. Here's a button. Here she is here. And then I've got sort of a little collage, and I did write on here about where she was in this photo. And that goes back up under there. And then we're just back to the front. I thought that was, I love this thing. I had so much fun making it. So if you wanted to make something about some memories of some kind, think about doing a file folder and this little trifold or quadrifold or however you would term this thing. All right, let's put that away. And we're going to be putting this back on the shelf for good. All right. Down to the nitty-gritty where what we're working on. Okay, paper pads I'm using, Dark Academia, which I got at Michael's not long ago. Has some great photo or scrapbook pages in there. That's where I got this kind of a creamy colored one. And this one, which I bought a while back for the specific purpose of Halloween journals. And can you see why? Look at all these great, I love these, oh gosh, what do you call those? Kind of tapestry type of fabric looking patterns. I don't know. Anyway, we have picked this one out of here. It actually had a striped wallpaper one right here. That's the one we picked for today. And the other paper, gosh, I can't even get a hold of it now. The other paper back here, it's got like a little black scroll design. Came from this Spellbound Forest. I've almost got rid of it. It's got a few pages left in it, and I need to use it up. And it may work in some of these Halloween journals. Okay, this is the thing that I saw the other day, and I just, I can't remember where I saw it, but it's a stair step fold. And I loved it, and I thought, oh, I gotta have that. Now, the only thing is, I wish the stair solid was on the top, but it won't work that way with being able to fold it. So, okay, so here's the two pages that I'm using for this, this day. let me put it like that. Okay, and then we have these already cut down. So this is 8.5 by 11. So that page is fine. That's the way that one's going to work. This page, though, is 8.5 by 12, because this is where our stair steps are going to be. And as you can see, it's like a 1 inch. So I left that last inch on here. Instead of cutting it down to 11, I left it at 12, if you know what I mean. All right. Now, the way this works out, you are to take and make you a design on here with, let me take this and move it. Gotta move everything out of the way. You're going to take and you're going to make you a design on here to make the stair steps. So let me cut the other paper down that's like this, and I'll show you how I started this, and then we're going to get back into working on here. All right. As you know, I'm doing 2 journals, so this is going to be for the other one. And as you can see, this one actually comes off and goes into the middle of the book, but I wanted it to go the other way, which worked out great anyway because I'm on the back side of this paper. What you need to do first is do you some 1 inch kind of marks. And you don't need to go all the way across, but you do want them to be straight. So we're going to go up and down. So we're just going to do it like that. And then we're going to go up and down this way. And the first item that you do here is just 1 inch square. So that's easy. Then we're going to go over here and we're going to do the same thing. We're just gridding it off. Now you don't want to, this is going to be totally covered almost. So you could go in here and do a grid, but you'll want to, you know, erase it afterward. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to go across here for our first step. And it's going to go like that. And then we're going to go, and how did I do that one? Yeah. We're going to go like that, and then we want to go like this and come down. Is that right? Nope. We're just going to go to the next one and come down like that. Now, we got our first 2 1-inch boxes, and that's what we want. Now we're going to our second row, and we're going to fill in our little bit of line there. And what we want to do now is come over 1.5 inches. And so you come over here and you're going to measure 1.5. Then you're going to go over for another inch. So as you can see, we have 1.5 and a 1-inch box there. And then you could fill in that top row just a little bit. So there. Now our next one, another 1.5. And what I found out earlier is if I wanted to, I could just go here and measure over 1/2 inch. It's going to be parallel or in a straight line with the one above it. So that's how we're going to do it. We're going to go up here. We're going to come down. Oop! I didn't make my bottom. Didn't make my bottom line there. Okay, so this is what you're going to do all the way down. And what it ends up being is from here to here on each line. That is where you're going to cut. You're cutting across. You only cut vertically, no, horizontally, sorry. And then when you get done with that part, then you have to score vertically. You're scoring the 2 lines that form your step. Okay. I'm hoping that was a good enough explanation. You know, I was racking my brains on this thing. Oh, okay. As I usually do. So, as you can see, I've went in here and I've cut these horizontal parts from here to here, here to here, here to here, all the way down. Then you go in and you score it on each, kind of like on the half mark and on the end of where your lines were. Okay, so then what you need to do is you just need to bend it. Now, I went in here beforehand and I went ahead and inked it. Because the way I'm going to do it, I'm going to put this part flush down on my paper and glue it down. Same with this side. This is the part that has to move. So I knew you were going to be able to see up underneath of it and all that kind of good stuff. So I wanted to hide it. So this is what you're going to do. Which way is it going to go? I think it might be going the other way. Whoops. Yeah. You fold your backs together and then your fronts. Your backs and then your fronts. Let me get this done and I'll come back and show you. Oh, it's going a whole lot better now. Once I got it started. Alright, now when I got down there, here to the bottom, I guess I should have just folded it all the way down. Yeah. I wasn't sure how far down it was going to go. Now you get in here and you really put it down good. There we go. Yeah. There we are. And you kind of see it. I like this real grungy paper, though. That was the thing. I liked it. And when you want to see your stairs, you pull it out. And what we're also going to do is we're going to make us a little door down here. Hey. But what I wanted to do first is I had this scrap that was from this side of the paper that I'm going to glue down this side too. Anyhow, so I had this. I inked around it with ground espresso. And since this is going to be the part you're pulling, I wanted to reinforce it. So that's what's going to happen here. We're reinforcing it. So I'll just take and glue this. It was already cut. Perfect size. It's 8.5 by 1. And it fit right exactly there. I didn't have to cut, remeasure, nothing. It's like kismet. Alright, I want to thank everybody for coming to visit. I did not do that yet. I apologize. I just got right into it, didn't I? Alright, so that kind of works perfectly there. And see, this is just regular thinner paper. It's a little thicker than copy paper, but not by much. So, I have a little bit to cut off here. And we're ready to roll after that. I'm just going to ink it where it kind of hung over a little bit. Okay, now what I wanted to do is to put my door under the stairs. Not on this side, but on this side. And, and I also needed to cut the door out of this black for it to be inside the door. So that's where I just need to get in here and just, doesn't matter which way you put it on here. I just needed black or dark. And I didn't care that I liked the scrolls in it. It gave it a little bit of pattern. Alright, so that's what we're going to do there for our door. And we're just going to cut it out. You could use just construction paper, black. You could use black cardstock. I was looking around. I couldn't quite find anything, so I went with this. You know how it is. I might not see this white cord, but I'm going to go ahead and hide it anyhow. Alright, so it's going to be right underneath of our stair. I didn't cut this quite straight, but that's okay. You'll see what I'm going to do. Alright, it's going to go there. Going to glue it. And I'm going to have, other stuff that's going to happen on this page, but I don't think it's going to happen in this video. I don't think so. Oh my goodness. Okay. That is going to go right there. I may end up having to cut a little bit of that off. And see, you don't want to get too close to your fold, your spine fold. Okay. Now, this was a piece of craft cardstock I used in my previous patriotic journal. So I just took and put 2 pieces of that together. And I wanted to have a frame for my door. And especially for it to come and stick out. Now we're going to put 2 sides on here. And I just remembered I'm going to have to take and do something with the side over here. Okay, that's going to go like that. I'm going to go ahead and cut that again because we needed 2. And then that left us just exactly enough for our top. Look at that. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to see this, but I'm going to go ahead and ink it. You never know. Okay, so this is going to go down here on the front. And the purpose of this, well, besides it being the door frame, was I wanted it to be sticking up a little bit. And you'll see why in a minute. That's part of the process here. Actually, before I put this next piece down, I need to find me a little bit of a hinge. I got one right over here. Okay, got me a few more little goodies to mess with here. Alright, our door is opening off of this side, like that. I think that's how closed doors usually open. Okay, so anyhow, we're going to go ahead and I got to cut it first and then put my glue on there. We can always trim that a little later. That gets us almost there. Okay, so we're going to go like this on our door. Attach it to the door. And that's the one thing I'm thankful for Art Glitter Glue and Barely Arts. It glues really, really fast. It always helps. I used to use Elmer's glue, and oh my gosh, I had to set books on stuff, and it was just awful. Oh, all right. So we got that. Now we're going to take and put this underneath of this part. So it is hinged down. Oh, trying to lose my spoolie thing there. Okay, we're just going to go ahead and put glue all over the back of that. Take our door and put it on here. I don't know if I needed to do another part of that hinge or not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay, let me get it on there. Push it down. See how it goes. See how it goes. Yep, I don't look too bad. I think it's going to lay pretty flat. That was the part I was just wondering about. Is if it would lay flat. Well, it's going to be opened and shut quite a few times, so I don't think we need to worry about it. Alright, we're going to put this part down. What do you call that, a lintel? Door lintel? Okay. Actually, maybe I'm going to... I'm trying to think of 4 or 5 things at the same time. I'm sorry. Alright, we're doing that. Then we're going to do this. We're just going to go ahead and put the top. I should have probably put this piece on first. I've got to work with it the way my piece is going to go down here. That's what's hindering me. See, I would like to have that going across and then hanging over just a little bit on either side. It's not going to happen because I got this piece under this door here. Now this part is going down. Oh, hey, before it goes down, I got these, like ring fasteners. I think they're ring fasteners. I've been wanting them for a while. Tim Holtz product. But I thought, you know, maybe I could put that in the middle, like it's the door knob to pull this thing open. So we're going to go with that. Put a little metal on the page. So I'm just going to put a big hole there. Get that out of the way. Put our 2 legs together. And actually you could take this shield off if you wanted to from the look of it here. So you've got multiple ways to use this. Alright, now what we're going to do, the only part is I wish this was not green on the back side, but that's all I had to work with. Okay, we're going to go over here and mash these legs. And then I've got this extra piece here that I'm going to put in here and hide. So we're just going to go like that and add our extra piece to try to hide our secret. I'll just cut the excess off that hangs over. Yep, it almost hides it. Oh, is everybody getting ready for fall? It's going to be a dry fall here, I think. I'm not sure we're going to have any kind of pretty colors. Everything is dry and crispy and brown. The deer out here eating all my goodies. Oh, God. I glued that the wrong way. Well, my little ring thingy should be hanging down. You know me. I'm always messing everything up. Alright, anyhow. So make sure you go up and down with those legs. I think I'm okay with it. Alright, now we're going to glue this down. Never fails. It never fails. Alright. Gotta get our door here glued down. Don't really need to see. Oops. I didn't think that one out. Let's see. Let me just, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go all the way back over here and just go along this edge. There we go. Where you can see part of the door. It kind of looks like it's halfway hanging off. I'm always glad I've got a second one to make, because then I can do it right on that one. Okay, now, I had them here a second ago. Here we go. Alright, here's our little goodies. Our googly eyes. I've had these googly eyes for a while. Well, my idea was to put these googlies up into this. And that's why I kind of made it recessed a little bit with these extra pieces. So it would stick up enough for my googly eye. Oh gosh, those googly eyes are big. Okay, let's get a couple out and test it out here. Alright. I've had these forever. I have not used them. They're going to really stick up, aren't they? Rats. Alright, plan 2. Okay, I've got another package coming in the mail, so I think I'm going to wait and see if I've got anything that comes in that I could hide in my closet. If not, I'll come up with something else. But you might see that on the next go around with this page, because I still have so much more to do with it. I can't believe it took me this long for hardly anything. Alright, and then when I found out I wanted to put this down, I had to ink around the edges because they're not quite flush with each other. And I have this white line here. When I go to pull it out, it covers it, but it's there. Plus, this is going to be sort of a loose page in the journal, I'm guessing. So, what I'm going to have to do, because I wanted to glue some of it down. I think I can still glue down this lower part, but I do need to cover this side. So I went ahead and found my third page of this pretty little paper, and I'm going to put it down here on this side. I might have to trim it, but that's okay. So let's just go ahead and put glue on here, get it down, and forget about it. I'm telling you. Oh. I want to thank everybody for coming to visit and put up with me for this long. I'm telling you. I've been fighting this though. I tried last night to do this, and oh, I don't know what it. I'm fighting it. I don't like to do that, and I don't know why I'm doing that. To try to create, you know. So let's see. We'll get that down. We'll give that a trim. I've got a little pull here, a little whale tail punch. My friend Paper Crafting with Miss Tommy sent me. And so we're going to use that to pull our piece in and out. Let's get this off before we glue our other item on. I don't think I need to trim anything else, do I? Okay, so this is done. We're going to go down like this. And I'm going to glue this side first, which that side is like right there. Okay. I can make a pocket out of this. Maybe let's... No, I have another idea for this other side. That's right. No pockets. I know what I wanted to do over here, and I can't have anything like that. Okay. I got a few other glues that I've been wanting to try. Everybody's been talking about an Eileen's glue, a turbo tack or something, and I really want to give that a shot. And it'll be so much cheaper. This Barely Arts, I can give or take that stuff. It's very expensive. I got it. Somebody talked about a deal on Amazon, and that's when I went over and got it. But I've still got my Barely Arts. That's my art glitter. Yeah, the art glitter is what I'm talking about that I can give or take. I've been using Barely Arts forever. That's one of my favorites to use. And I've still got a good bit of it left. But it's also like right under as expensive as that one. Okay, what I want to do is I think I want to put some glue right in here. And I want to glue this part down. Kind of like a triangle here. But I need to leave the rest of it kind of there. So it's easy to fold in and out. See, oh, yep. See, I glued a little bit too far. I can't be messing up my stair treads. Okay, I think that's good. Now, get that part down and see what we got here. Yep, now I just got to put my pull on. And, yeah. Let me do it like that just so I don't glue it by mistake. Put our glue on our pull. I'm going to eyeball it and say it's right there. Okay. There's our pull. Now, what we want to do is we want to push our goodies back in. Oh yeah, that holds it right nice and good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and get our scoring burnish down. Yeah. I think I'm happy with that. Let me put my... I believe we're going to shut it off right here. That was enough. I'm telling you, that was enough. I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to rescore it where it's like 5.5 over, and that's where it's going to go into the journal. Kind of like right there. I can see it kind of rising up. So I'm going to see if I can make that lie all the way down. And then I'll score it. But yes, it'll work just like this. Or you can go up your stairs, and then you can open your door to see what's in your closet. That's under the stairs. Ooh. But yeah, this side, I've got an idea for one of those spinny things. You cut a hole in, you spin it. And then on the other side, it's just neutral. I can have almost anything. So anyhow, thank you. Thank you for coming to visit. I hope you got a good idea here with these little dimensional stair steps. I think they're really cute. I've got so much more I can add on here, and I will, because it's plain. All right, everybody have a great, great day, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.